Hi, everybody. We are back for the summer solstice, the longest day of the year. So if you think about that, what's the solstice about? Well, if it's the longest day of the year, then it's really about the sun, isn't it? The sun gives us warmth, that gives us the ability to grow food, does all these wonderful things for us, so it's technically about abundance. And yeah, so abundance, which is, something we all want to hear and achieve. And so we're going to do a reading today. It's the summer solstice. We've done a couple of June readings. What's in store for June? We still have another reading coming up because in just a few days we're going to have a full moon too. So we're in the midst of a retrograde right now. I hope everybody's doing well during the retrograde. Retrogrades have a tendency to pull stuff up. And sometimes we have, because it's in an air sign, and air is about communication and information and technology. Because this retrograde is in an air sign, you might have some trouble communicating. Sometimes retrogrades make people tired. Sometimes it makes them grumpy. They can affect you in all sorts of ways. So it's always kind of nice to just be aware of the energy that's going on at the time so we can be more conscious of how we're acting and kind of understand that we're responding energetically. And then just reel that in and really try to work with our own energy and keep our energy where we want it. So we've done some interesting readings this month, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to do that, what we did a few readings back. We're going to ask where we've been, where we are right now, and where we're going. And I know that we did that just a few readings back, but things can change. We're the creators in our own world, right? So we can miss opportunities. We can grab onto opportunities, and then that gives us another shift and sets us in motion towards something else. So yeah, let's do that. Let's ask where we've been, where we're at, and where we're moving into. We have a lot of energy going on right now. So yeah, let's just give that a whirl and see what happens there, okay? All right, so where we've been. Okay. Oh my. Higher Arcanas. Higher Arcana cards. And I'm not going to read these upside down. I'm reading quite literally, okay? So everything's going to be very literal. All right, so let's see. So where we've been, now where are we now, right? Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. And where we're going. Woohoo. Well, would you look at this? My goodness. This is a very interesting reading. Okay, so we've walked away from something. We did walk away from it. So, geez, look at these cards. Once again, we're getting big picture on top of our personal reading. Really big picture. Okay, so we already walked away from something. All right, walked away from it. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. We walked away from something good. Well, it wasn't good, but walking away from it was good. And, it was destined. It was something that the universe and ourselves were in agreement that it was important for us to do. So we had that divine that divine knowledge coming through us, washing through us. Really led divinely, very divinely led. And we did it, even though we were wondering, even though we were unclear and unsure, we managed to walk away from something. Because this is the Wheel of Fortune. And that's often like you're sitting and you're asking and you're wondering and you're waiting and, what's going to happen, what's going to happen. Well, we walked away from it. We were divinely guided. We created our own destiny in that particular instance, okay? So that's where we've been. All right, and then where we're at right now, okay? So where we're at right now is mastery. We have the King of Swords. Remember that the king is mastery, right? Swords are, they're represented by air. That's our intellect. That's our ego. That's our knowing. That's information, right? That's technology. Okay, technology, information, ego, knowing. So right now we're mastering something we know. We know. We have mastered something. There's something that we know intellectually. We know. Now, because it's over this, we know that we did the right thing to do. We did the right thing, right? We absolutely know that we've done the right thing. We have no doubt. And then we have the community card. So we're feeling a little freer, okay? In this deck, this card represents community. Do you see how everybody's kind of together and it's a community. So we have the community card. So we've got something really good going on in our lives. Getting back to community, getting out and about. We've walked away from something. We know it's right that we walked away from it. We know it is. And we've done that because some hidden information has come up, which has enabled us to have some freedoms. Okay? So we walked away from something. We were divinely guided. There's a lot of questioning around it, the Wheel of Fortune, right? But we walked away from it. We have knowledge now. We have more knowledge coming together with our communities, right? Our communities. And that's because we had some information came out. Some information that we were asking for has come out. So, obviously this seems to me, considering how the year that we've had and knowing what's happened recently, we've just, we've gotten some more freedoms, right? So the masks are coming off. In my area, I know this already happened in other places, but in my area, the state of emergency will be completely lifted at the end of the month. And the mask mandate was lifted back on the 26th of May. So we definitely have walked away from something. We definitely have. Universally, like big picture. And it certainly was divinely guided. It absolutely was. There had been a lot of questioning around that. What do we do? What do we do? But it was divinely guided. We ended up knowing that we could do that because information came out, and it has, and more will. And so that's going to help us bring us back to our communities again, because this has gone on for a long time, year and a half. It's gone on for a long time. So that's where we've been. This is where we are, and where are we going? So we have the Three of Swords, right? So there's going to be more information, and it may not feel good, right? So this is you're allowing information, or you're allowing thoughts or words to harm you, right? So a lot of people don't always like it when they find out something that goes against what they believed was true. So that's going to be a thing in the future, right? That's going to be a thing. Some people are not going to like information that comes out. And we've been told that, and we've been asked to listen. Back in October, I think it was October or September, we were told we were coming into Revelations. So the only way that anything is revealed or truths are uncovered is if there's all this stuff that gets shaken up, so we have to look at things. And we may be really solid in the way that we think about stuff or what we think we know. And sometimes when we find out information that totally goes against what we thought or what we were taught or what we've been shown, we have a hard time wrapping our head around that, right? So we can go into cognitive dissonance. But cognitive dissonance doesn't serve us. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay for us to not always be right. It's okay for us to learn. That's how we grow. That's how we grow. That's how we grow emotionally. That's how we grow spiritually. And that's how we grow consciously. So yeah, whatever else is coming, we may feel disillusioned. It may hurt. It may break our hearts a bit. But it's definitely, it's led by the magician. So we may have our hearts broken, right? But we have everything we need to help ourselves through this. The magician has everything. They can do everything. There's nothing they can't do. So we have all the tools that we need. And this is a higher arcana. This isn't a small arcana. This is a higher arcana. This is big picture. Like, we've got this. We have this, and the universe definitely has this as well. So we have what it takes. We can handle whatever we hear. We can handle it. We can. We've heard terrible things in the past. We've found out things about ourselves, about people that we love, about people that we trusted, and we made it through. We're strong. It's not that big of a deal. We can handle it. We are strong. So remember that we have everything that it takes, everything that we need for when information comes out that could hurt us. And we know that shifts don't always feel good, and we've been told that a big shift's coming, right? But that it's for the best, okay? So remember, we are the magician. We can do whatever we need to. We can handle this. And, whatever it is that we find out, the way this is laid out, whatever it is that we're finding out, we're going to find out a good chunk of information, okay? We're going to find out a good chunk of things, a few things that we might not have thought we knew, may not have thought, or things that we did think that we knew might come up that we were right, that our feelings were right around it. But this is showing that this is winning. This is us winning. It's where we're going. So the news that we get that may not feel good, that shift that we've been warned about, it's for the betterment. It's for the best. It is. Truth is always for the best, you guys. Truth is always for the best. All right, so let's just elaborate on this just a little bit more. Okay, so we're just going to elaborate on that just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. You guys can't see this, but we just got the tower. So yeah, it's for the best. But this chunk of information that we get, that's going to be what causes the shift. Okay, so let's prepare ourselves for that. We just need to get ready for it. It's nothing we can't handle. Honestly, it really isn't. And then here's the next card to elaborate on that. Again, we're being told this is for something brand new. Okay? So something brand new is going to pop up out of all of this. Something brand new. All right? We're going to be breaking new ground. Right? That comes right after this. Something brand new, breaking new ground. So something really quite new. Whole new idea for us. It's going to be a big shift though. We're going to feel it. Do one more card on that. Yep. It's a complete end of a cycle. Good. Good. Because with this, the cycle's not working, you know? You got to pick up your sticks and move on when something's not working. So yeah, it will be the total ending of something. Something is coming to a complete end. And we're starting brand new. We're breaking new ground. We're going to be breaking new ground. It's going to be a huge shift, very big shift. It's the foundation of what it was. Whatever it is that we're going to be starting fresh on, the foundation wasn't solid. It wasn't working. So now we have enough. There's going to be enough information for that shift to occur and new things to start happening. Okay? So that's kind of what we got for what's going on there. Now let's, you know, so they're telling us to get ready for a big shift that, you know, we may not like what we hear. And that's what I had said with that last reading. I think it was the new moon. I had said, you know, let's remember, we don't always like a shift. Sometimes shifts don't feel good, but we have been being promised over and over and over again that it's, you know, we're going to look back on all of this and we're going to be grateful. We're going to be grateful. So I don't know about you guys. How have you been feeling energetically? Do you feel like we're right on the cusp of, like, I don't know if it's the retrograde or what it is, but holy, yeah, I have definitely been a bundle of energy. I've felt it in my stomach. It's like it's electric, and it feels like, yeah, kind of feels like we're on the verge of a shift. That's exactly what it feels like. And, you know, let's see. The last year and a half, I'm ready for a shift. I'm ready for a shift. I'm ready to break into a new world. I'm ready to break into new ground, just like that card gave us. I'm ready to break into new ground. Because, frankly, I'm getting bored with the show. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, I'm ready to start fresh. I really am. All right, so I think we should elaborate a little bit more on this shift. Let's elaborate just a little bit more. Let's see if they will tell us what it is. Like, so if we can get more information on what is new, what's coming, what is new. What is this new ground we're going to be breaking? What is this brand new journey that we are embarking on? What is it exactly that we are walking away from? What is it exactly that's completed its cycle? And what are we starting fresh on? Let's see what part of our life that is, okay? So yeah, higher arcana cards, big picture, but of course there's always those personal pieces of information in these cards. But it's kind of funny, these last few readings have really been, you know, they've been a lot about the big picture. So, well, and the big picture in years like this, right, does affect us all personally. So yeah, let's start. All right. Whew. Holy crap, you guys. All right, this is interesting. So, all right, we asked to elaborate, what are we walking away from? So, there's been a very gallant journey going on to help incorporate something new, okay? So it's been like, it's gallant, it's worthy. We've got a knight, so that's like the fight, the living in it, the fight for it, you know what I mean? So that's been going on in the past. There's been a lot of that, the fighting, the fighting to establish something new. But we have the sun. So again, we've got a higher arcana card, and the sun really does represent abundance, remember? We were just talking about that with the summer solstice. The sun provides us with warmth. It can provide us with power. It provides us with a season that we can grow our food, you know, and it's very abundant. So we have this higher arcana that says that we've been fighting to create, you know, we're creating this new thing. We've been fighting for it. It's a form of abundance. So there's been stuff underneath the surface that we haven't known about, okay? Right? So there's been hidden secrets. This is the cups, it's the emotions, it's the water. There's been hidden secrets we haven't known about. But, and clearly we haven't, right? Because it keeps saying we're going to be surprised with this shift. So we haven't known. We haven't known about things. And we've seen that in the other readings, that there's been stuff going on behind the scenes. And we just don't know about it. So there's been stuff that's been being kept under the surface from us. And then again, we've got our pentacles, okay? So it's just been like, you know, what we're walking away from is that feeling of desolate, just lack and not having enough, and this world where things just aren't really spread out fairly. I mean, look at these guys. They go and pass this beautiful church with this wonderful stained glass window, and they're in rags. You know, they're in an area where there's abundance, but not for them. So we're walking away from this imbalance, I think. We keep getting these pentacle cards, right? So we also got another higher arcana card right above the sun. We got the devil, so don't freak out. People sometimes do. But if we're talking about systems, you know, think about this system. What keeps people down? What's the chains that bind? What keeps us enslaved, okay? So there's got to be a shift in that, and that's what's coming. That's what we're doing. We're trying to break free of this enslavement, the system that just isn't working. We've been told over and over again, this system wasn't working. It keeps giving us the pentacles. So it's definitely, you know, a physical journey here, because we keep getting the pentacles, and pentacles really are this life. It's this life, okay? But the outcome is going to be, you know, this is what we're looking to achieve. So if you look at this card, this is a nice little card. You've got people being kind to one another. They're exchanging things. There's caring going on. It's almost like the big brother giving the little sister some flowers, or the older kid in the neighborhood is saying to the little girl, here, you can have some of these. See how different that is than this? I mean, this is just like pauper, and we have plenty to share, right? Yeah, because there's been a lot of hidden and nefarious things going on. So, you know, this card represents nefarious things, nefarious deeds, nefarious intentions, addictions, you know, addictions as well. So there's just been a lot of the shadow side of a system that wasn't working. And we were told in the last reading that there's going to be information about this shift coming out that we may not be aware of. And it might hurt us. We might have a hard time accepting it for truth, because we're going to find out the shadow side of things. So if we're going to want to really keep an open mind, and we're going to want to, this is what I do anyways, We're going to want to keep a really open mind, and we're going to want to try to glean as much information as we can. And, you know, honestly, not if it is in the financial sector, not only are we going to want to find out as much information as we can, but we're going to want to be very discerning. You know, most people live their lives by going to work and getting their paychecks and paying their bills and getting up and doing that all over again. So if there's some sort of weird shift in our money system and things are going to be way different than they have been, we may all need to take the time to really understand that. Not everybody is a natural born investor who understands, you know, this higher tech way of finances. So we're really going to want to, if that's what it is, you know, then we're going to need to be we're going to have to educate ourselves quite a bit, okay? If that's what it is. So let's elaborate. Let's elaborate more on this. Yeah. Okay, so work is being done. Work is being done in our financial system. It is. It is. There's a good bit of information that's going to come out around our financial system. More financial cards. Information and finances. It's going to help bring about a little bit more of a balance. We're going to be pulling these over here and kind of distributing things a little bit more evenly. Something about the financial system is going to shift. It's going to change, and it's going to be for the better. It's going to be something that works out much better for us. It's going to create maybe the ability for us to create abundance in our life a little bit easier somehow. All right, one more card there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. It's going to give us the happy ending. This is it, man. We got this a while ago. The best is yet to come. That's really what this card is. The best is yet to come. This is our life. This is the pentacles. This is our assets. This is our physical life, our well-being. And I just feel like this is all around finances. And it has been for like 3 or 4 readings. They've been asking us to get our shit together for a year. And I'm sure it's because if and when this big shift happens and the foundation of the old thing wasn't working and we're, you know, that's done, it's finished, there might be this little interim where things might be a little bit wonky. So, you know, that might be why they was telling us to kind of get things together. But this really is the ultimate outcome. The best is yet to come. All right, the best is yet to come. And it's been it's been ongoing. We just haven't known about it. It's been an ongoing battle. So this has been going on. They've been fighting to get these things changed over for a while. We've seen this over and over and over again this month. This is the month, man. I'm telling you. That's probably why I keep feeling all this stuff in my belly. But, you know, it is really based on abundance. All right, you guys. So, good news. I mean, we're looking at the longest day of the year, the summer solstice. That really is about abundance. June's theme does keep it's consistent, you know, where we're going with this. So I hope that you enjoyed the reading. You know, they keep telling us this. I'm ready. Let's see it. Let's see it. I'm ready. All right. Let's see what happens before the month ends. Should be interesting. I'll be back soon because the full moon is just in a few days. But I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and you'll see me again for the full moon. We'll see what's going on at that point. All right, you guys. Take care.